All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat 1. Rowdy Bill and Colin McDonough on the front row. Vern Spring, Justin Swafford on the second row. CJ Jeffries and Kenny Storkson round out the third row. CJ Jeffries, remember, has 0 laps here tonight. Looks like a standing start. Green flag is in the air. They are away. Storkson did not take to the grid. Colin McDonough quickly to the lead as he heads in for the jump for the first time. Vern Spring holds on to second. CJ Jeffries currently in third. Swafford now up into third. CJ losing some ground. He is way out of shape. Colin McDonough out front as Vern not far behind. Swafford also closing in as they come to the top of the hill. Swafford peeks to the inside. Whoa, close, very close on the exit of that turn, but he pulls it off. Swafford now in second, gaining ground on McDonough. CJ Jeffries now up into fourth. Remember, CJ did not have a single lap before the green flag a moment ago. Rowdy Bill started up front, now back in fifth, trying to gain some ground. And speaking of gaining ground, McDonough goes wide. Swafford shoots to the inside. Justin Swafford takes the lead. McDonough shoots to the inside to get his joker lap. Colin, the first driver to complete the joker. It also puts him to the front. Vern Spring also taking the joker. Colin McDonough reclaims the lead, but remember, Swafford, who now has the fastest lap, already to his bumper, and Swafford has yet to take his joker. Swafford back to the lead. Justin tearing it up here tonight. Vern Spring still holding on to third. CJ Jeffries back in fourth. Rowdy Bill in fifth. Hold on to her, Bill. CJ Jeffries is closing in on third place. Vern Spring. Meanwhile, Swafsky, last time by, set the fastest lap and the first driver to get under the 50-second mark. .09 as Swafford takes his joker. Two laps to go. Justin Swafford. Now Swafford has a 12.5-second lead. Colin McDonough had a problem a moment ago. There's Colin, who was in second, trying to close the gap back on Swafford. Oh, coming out of that turn, We've talked about how slick it is right there. And then gets stuck, nowhere to go. Wow. Swafford takes the white flag one more time around. And just set the fastest lap again, 48.71. CJ Jeffries now in second, Vern Spring in third. McDonough right on Vern's bumper. But Justin Swafford through the final turn, he'll pull off the win in Heat 1. And I just realized I have no idea where Barney the flagman is. And Swafford had such a fast lap, he had to run to the bathroom. Likely scared the crap out of himself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the feature event of the night. Indy Kirchenbauer and Patrick Pieper on the front row. Chad Ragsdale, Austin Ruskoff have the second. Justin Swafford and CJ Jeffries on the third row. Vern Spring, Colin McDonough, and Rowdy Bill round out the field. Here we go. Standing start. Hey, good evening, Ryan. Looks like just waiting on one more driver to take to the grid. And here we go. Everybody is there. They are ready. They are set. Green flag is in the air. They are all underway. Austin Ruskoff got a big start but had to stop. Wow. Indy Kirchenbauer, gutsy move. Patrick Pieper takes the Joker right off the bat. Austin Ruskoff also gets his Joker out of the way. Pieper out front due to taking the Joker as Ragsdale and Indy battle it out. Colin McDonough, Vern Spring have had a problem. Everybody is going. Swafford a little slow. Something is wrong. See if we can see what happened. As they go off on, they turn onto the dirt. Oh! Austin Ruskoff got turned around. And looked like everybody just piled in. There's Austin back and forth trying to close in. Just a little too much send. Oh, and Swafford really got a hard lick and his engine likely let go. That was a heartbreak for Swafford. He was one of, if not the fastest car here tonight. Rowdy Bill has had a big problem. There's Bill coming through the dirt, headed back up the hill. Austin Ruskoff just ahead. Oh! Bill just, wow. And looked like Austin Ruskoff and Vern Spring may have had a collision. Austin comes over. There's Vern coming off pit road. Wow, things are getting wild out here tonight. Oh no, Indy's in trouble, a hard hit. Indy all out of, wow, Indy has stopped and he has towed it. There's Indy, and he gets the turtle, sends him hard to the outside wall, and looks like the steering went all wrong. He gets the tire barrier, and I think the engine just let go. Justin Swafford appears to be done for the night. Had too much wheel damage after that incident. Rowdy Bill also out of the race. That was a bit heartbreaking for Swafford, especially after seeing how fast he was, and Ragsdale's in trouble. Ragsdale coming up the dirt, onto the asphalt. Hard on the brakes, and man, what a hard hit. Ouch. Patrick Pieper out front by 15 seconds at the moment. Most of the field has completed their Joker lap. Colin McDonough and CJ Jeffries still have to take theirs. They are not far apart in third and fourth. Wow, Indy's car, they are just going to limp that thing around. It is tore up. Chad Ragsdale, holy cow, he is sending it. Colin McDonough slips by to take second. CJ right behind in fourth. Indy Kirchenbauer appears to be lost. See what Indy was doing here. Sent it way deep and just hits the tire wall. Goes up and calls it a night. Patrick Pieper already finding lap traffic. Has just lapped Austin Ruskoff right behind Vern Spring, and has now lapped Vern as well. Chad Ragsdale has reclaimed. I stand corrected. Ragsdale had reclaimed second place. Looks like he had a problem. See if we can see what happened to Chad. Comes out onto the asphalt. And wow, he gets way out of shape. Gets the car rolling once again. But Ragsdale has slipped back into fifth, and it appears we'll confirm here in a moment, but Ragsdale may be out of the race. And just confirmed, Ragsdale is out of the race. Patrick Pieper has a 33-second lead over Colin McDonough. CJ Jeffries currently in third, closing in on Colin. Austin Ruskoff in trouble. There's Austin in that trouble spot as they come onto the asphalt, gets on the power. Just very little grip. Fortunately, gets it wound up, so no real damage. Patrick Pieper now just needs to set a consistent pace as CJ Jeffries and Colin McDonough battle for second. Pieper's lead 35 seconds over this battle for second place. Does look like Colin's car is taking a bit more of a beating than CJ's does. The front end of Colin's car definitely a little bit smaller. As CJ pulls ahead over the jump, CJ takes second and pulls away. Colin McDonough currently in third, Ruskoff in fourth, 32 seconds back. Oh! Austin really having problems there. And Patrick, the leader, continues to pull away. His lead now 40 seconds as McDonough tried to peek to the inside on Jeffries. Well, the drivers really going full send here tonight. Oh, Colin, problems. Gets squirrely, goes around. CJ pulls away. And let's hop on board and take a lap with CJ Jeffries. Onto the asphalt and across the start-finish line into the first turn, right-hander onto dirt. Trying to keep it as close as he can, swings wide on exit and sets up for the left-hander. As he comes to the top of the hill, he'll have to stomp the brakes, slide the car onto the asphalt, get it turned to the right. One more right-hander, then into and over the jump. And full power to the start-finish line once again. That was CJ's fastest lap of the night, 49.87. And Ruskov is going now, but had a problem a moment ago. Austin comes over the top. And once again, that corner just is not being kind at all. Austin has had multiple issues there. Meanwhile, Patrick Pieper at the front as Austin appears to have had a bad landing. There's Ruskov. Heads into the dirt. The whole car goes around. He slams it in reverse. Finally gets it turned around, pointed the right way again. Definitely a unique move right there. Colin McDonough just came and took his Joker lap, leaving only CJ Jeffries in second to have not done his Joker. CJ currently 38.6 seconds behind Pieper. He is actually gaining a little bit of ground. You have to wonder, will CJ have enough time? Can he run down the leader? Patrick Pieper now on the back bumper of Vern Spring to put him another lap down. Holy cow! That got a little spicy. CJ back in second, Colin McDonough in third. Austin Ruskov currently in fourth, Vern Spring in fifth. CJ Jeffries was gaining on Pieper, has now slipped back. He is 41.25 seconds behind and continues to lose ground. Ironically, the fastest lap of the night goes to a driver who is out early. Indy Kirchenbauer ran a 45.98. Patrick Pieper's fastest lap, 47.59, as he gets the signal, 10 to go. C.J. Jeffries still has not completed his Joker lap yet. CJ will gain a little bit of ground when he takes the Joker. But now he continues to lose ground to Pieper. In fact, Patrick Pieper now has CJ in his sights. If Patrick can lap CJ here, he will be able to lock it up. Despite having such a big lead, Patrick is obviously not letting up. Even taking a few little risks here and there, just trying to lay down a faster lap. With 8 laps to go, all Patrick has to do is pace himself. But he has decided to go full send all the way. Oh, a little too full send. Coming over the top of the hill. Oh, Pieper, his first problem of the night. He ends up going around the jump. No harm, no foul. Let's see what happened. Take a look at this one from the blimp. There you see him come. Sets up to go back to the dirt and just gets in there a little too deep. The back end steps out, straightens it up, goes around the jump, and gets her going yet again. Pieper is in trouble. There's Patrick coming over the top of the hill onto the asphalt. Takes it in there, maybe a little too deep. Goes around. Manages to avoid hitting anything and gets it rolling. But those mistakes, he's losing a lot of ground. CJ is closing. Patrick Pieper, who a moment ago had a 40-second lead, actually 43.5 seconds. C.J. Jeffries now 31.6 seconds back with 5 laps to go. If Pieper makes any more mistakes, C.J. may have a shot at it. Folks, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the YouTube. We'll be starting to plan the first of our fundraising events very, very soon for our American Cancer Society and MS Society fundraisers. We will be giving away some merch this year as part of those fundraising efforts. Over the jump once again. Pieper now gets 3 to go, but CJ continues to close in. CJ is not lifted. He is less than 28 seconds behind. It appears Pieper is slowed down, just maintaining pace. CJ Jeffries, he ain't lifting. Now less than 28 seconds behind and closing. But with 3 laps to go, he's gonna need Patrick to make a few mistakes. As here comes Patrick, he'll get 2 to go. That time by, Patrick did pull away once again. He is coming into lap traffic. Austin Ruskoff. Wow, Patrick swinging her wide. Very close call as they turn in. And here we go. White flag is in the air. One more time around for Patrick Pieper as Austin Ruskoff goes wide. Letting the leader by as Patrick works his way up the hill. One last time. A very, very dominant race by Patrick Pieper. And here he goes into the final turn. Over the jump, Patrick Pieper will win the Sonoma Rally and sweep the entire night. Hey, good evening, Red. CJ Jeffries comes home in second. Colin McDonough finishes in third. And let's talk to our top 3, starting with Colin. Colin, that looked like a wild but fun race out there tonight.
Doug, this was a ton of fun. Unfortunately, the transition from dirt to asphalt at the top of the hill really gets you. The back end of the car really wants to come around on you. So, ton of fun. But man, was it a struggle sawing the wheel back and forth.
I can imagine it was. You guys definitely had your work cut out for you tonight, but man, a great, great show and a great finish. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Colin comes home in third. CJ Jeffries comes home in second. CJ, there were a few times I thought you might run him down?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I was optimistic once I saw him start losing a lot of ground. I've never done this before in this league, so first time out, I'll take finishing second all day.
It was definitely one heck of a wild race. You obviously had figured out some speed out there. One heck of an amazing run tonight.
Yeah, man, thank you. I really appreciate Pat and all these guys putting this deal on. I had an off day today, rare Tuesday that I'm off, and so I just figured I'd come join these guys for a day and see what was up. It was a lot of fun.
Well, great job, man. Congratulations.
Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
And finally, our winner with a heavily damaged car, Patrick Pieper. Patrick, that was a pretty dominant run.
Yeah, it was a little bit lucky because the thing about with these rallycross races is we honestly need to have damage off. That's the first thing. But the second is if you get damaged, you can't fix it. And so that's unfortunate about what happened with Justin and Indy there early on. I think Indy's problems is he hit the wall and he had a wheel damage, and you can't pit during the rallycross races, so you had to try and wing it as much as you can. And so once I started to see there was a gap behind me, I was like, okay, I'm going to let my lap time slide down, and I'm just going to try to survive because it's hard. It's hard to drive it at the limit here. So I was thinking by the time this was over, I was going to be covered in sweat. But most of the time I was just cruising, having fun. It's fun to run these cars on these tracks.
Well, man, they are a ton of fun. This track is a ton of fun, and you guys put on one heck of a show. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug. Thanks for broadcasting.
Well, what a night we had. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. C12's new series, returning to the retro trucks starting tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Have a great night, everybody.